Hi there and welcome to News 9. I'm Khushi and my guest for today is one of the most versatile actresses in Hindi cinema. She has someone whom you've seen on the big screen, on television, on OTT platform, and now the upcoming supernatural thriller series Dahan. I have with me the Tisca Chopra. Hi Tisca ma'am.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Very
Just
well.
one more day to go. Excited?
Yes, very excited.
Now, Tisca, I believe that you are also somebody who loves asking questions. Am I right? Well, today you get to answer them, and I have the opportunity of asking you the questions. So let's begin.
Please.
Now, Tisca, you have been in the industry for nearly 3 decades now, which is a very long time. And you have across your career, you have worked in all sorts of mediums, be it theater, be it short films, be it commercial films. So before we dive into Dahan, I want to know from you, how do you see your growth as an actress?
I think I'm extremely grateful because in a business that changes its mind so often, I've got the opportunity to be around and to do all sorts of interesting work. Also take the time to choose the kind of work I want to do, also to write and produce and direct and do all sorts of things. So I think I've been very blessed, and I'm going to say that I feel like I'm very lucky in that.
You're very lucky and you're very talented. So coming to Dahan, the trailer has been met with a lot of excitement and a lot of anticipation from the audience. So firstly, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And now we've seen the trailer. We know that it is a supernatural thriller series, but there's also a lot more to it than just the supernatural stuff. It's very deep rooted in society, if I'm not wrong. So, in your own words, what should the audience expect from it?
I think the audience should expect to be vastly entertained first and foremost, because it's a damn good story. Okay. It slowly will suck you in into the fantasy world of Shilaspura, which is set in Rajasthan. It's a fictional place, but the amazing reality of a person of scientific mind who goes into a place थिंकिंग कि ये क्या है, ये सब किन सब बातों में क्या है, पर उनके सामने जब ऐसी बातें आती है जिनका कोई साइंटिफिक एक्सप्लेनेशन है नहीं. So how does she deal with that, and what does it mean in terms of the character? And जैसे जैसे बाहर चीजें होती हैं, there are some deep secrets that she has inside her own life which she's kind of dealing with. So वो अंदर का demon और बाहर की जो चीजें हैं, they all come together and she gets sort of trapped between these, and how she manages to do her duty in this time.
Well, you mentioned how the show has been shot in Rajasthan, and it's been shot in the interiors of Rajasthan, in these deserted, barren lands, and it's a lot different than the comfort of the environment that you have in a studio. So, do you have any special incident or something that you took away while you were shooting here?
Rajasthan in summer is an incident by itself. Right. Because it's 47, 48, 49 degrees. It's hot like I can't tell you. Like लोगों की नक्सीर हो रही होती थी, faint हो जाते थे. People would have to be taken off set and said, okay, go to rest 2 days. But we were stuck because we were in the middle of COVID, and there was nowhere else to go and all of that, and we were shooting. So I think everyone just loved the story so much that they all kind of hung around and wanted to make sure that it was done to the best of its ability. Like agar 2-4 or take karne, which means you're there in the sun for another 20-25 minutes, no one minded that. They did what had to be done and got what was needed to be gotten. There's been a lot of fun incidents, but there was one in particular which was not fun but very unusual. We were shooting one night in a village called Chirana, and because they were using these big HMIs, they were attracting a lot of like moths and insects. But there's suddenly a swarm of itne bade 4 inch keede. I don't know from where they came, huge, itne bade and hundreds and thousands of them came from all over the mountains up onto us, here, there, and we were like creeped out shooting. And was kind of a very bizarre thing. Then we went back after finishing shoot next morning, and then when we were headed back the next evening for shoot, suddenly we look up in the sky from our hotel, and there was a Maidan in the middle of the hotel. It's called Matsya Vilas.
Yeah.
We looked up, and there were two rainbows in the sky,
Wow.
and we felt like the universe is telling us, "Ke,
Mhm.
go,
Indeed.
go, karo, karo, karo. You have our blessing."
But the first incident that you shared, it actually sounds like a scene straight out of an apocalyptic movie where, you have these gigantic bugs, a swarm of these gigantic bugs stuck
Like
down
Mummy
somewhere.
Returns or one
Yeah,
of those. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah, fully like the hundreds, and hundreds and thousands of them.
That would have been scary, definitely.
Creepy.
But moving on, you have played some very memorable characters in your career, be it Maya Vasti in Tare Zameen Par or Vanita in Chutney, can't forget that one. But now seeing you as Avni is a very refreshing role. It's very refreshing even for the audience to see you like that. So what does Avni bring to the table?
Yeah, Avni brings everyone else to the table.
Okay.
That's what she is. She's a very determined, focused IAS officer. She's a woman of science. She doesn't have much time for superstitions and ये दकियानुसी बातें and all that. And वो अपना काम करने गई है, सरकारी अफसर है. भाई मैं आपकी डिस्ट्रिक्ट मैजिस्ट्रेट हूँ. खान के बदले में आपको यहाँ पे विकास मिलेगा. आपको यहाँ पे सड़कें मिलेंगी, स्कूल मिलेंगे, अस्पताल मिलेंगे, ये सब मिलेगा. और मेरी नौकरी है कि मैं गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से आपको ये सब चीजें प्रोवाइड करूँ और यहाँ हमको ये माइंड खोलनी है. And her brain can't believe the things that start happening in Shilaspura. Halaki, she was warned about it, but she doesn't believe in all of that. So the circumstances that she finds herself in, she wants to know कि ये क्या हुआ ये कैसे हो सकता है? And one by one things start happening in you, and she start getting pulled into the world of Shilaspura and what all happens there and what is the mystery behind all of it.
Do you also see yourself in Avni? Are you also a very scientific person in your approach?
I'm a half and half. I'm a I don't,
All right.
I'm wearing an emerald ring and I have kala dhaga on my ankle, and I will not cross a billi. Though I am scientific, I'm very scientific, but I'm like, why take a chance? Fine.
And I mean, we have all grown up in India. We all come from India. We have all grown up believing in these superstitions. In fact, मैं भी पहले बहुत ऐसे काली बिल्ली को ना cross नहीं करती थी. But then I had a black cat. Like I had a pet who was a black cat, and after she passed away, now every time I see a black cat crossing my path, I take that as a blessing in disguise. Like now,
that's such a sweet story.
Thank you, but it still doesn't change the other beliefs that we've grown up with, which are so wired in all of us. I mean, no matter how illogical they sound, you just can't.
That's the conflict that this series then talks about. And Avni bhi she's the scientific part of the story, and Chilaspura is the traditional part. So it's tradition and modernity, superstition versus science. So it's that kind of a story.
And so what sort of a preparation did you do for this role? Because, it can get very conflicting at times. You have to think from two different mindsets.
I don't think it was conflicting as such. I think it was more a question of, I think for me, the big challenge was I sat with Vikrant and we kind of sculpted Avni together. So I was working a lot, very closely with Vikrant and on developing the character. इनकी भाषा कैसी होगी, ये कहाँ से हैं, इनके father के साथ इनका क्या relationship था, mother कैसी थी, भाई बहन है कि नहीं है, क्या करना चाहती थी लाइफ में, husband को कहाँ मिली, बच्चा हुआ तो circumstances क्या थे, वगैरह वगैरह. So we worked a lot on finding her, sculpting her. So करते करते वो बन गया character. More importantly, I think I had to like as in doing something. I had to. We were all coming out of COVID, out of 2020. So 2020 के end पे around September October is when I started preparing for this. Till Feb, from September October, I started training. So I was doing my yoga, my Pilates, and then I started with 40 minutes of walk, and then 45 minutes, and then by the end of it, I was walking about 1.5 to 2 hours for stamina. So I was doing all three things in the day. So 4-5 hours was spent training. So I was so fit when I went into the show. I was like, I'm missing that fitness. I was like a power bomb because वो इतना preparation किया था उसका. It was fantastic.
Sounds like a lot of hard work. We can't wait to, watch how it unfolds on the screen. But before we conclude, there's just one more thing that I want to ask you. Tisca, you must also agree with me on this. That of late we've seen a lot of change in cinema, in the sense that today we have a lot of women-centric roles. Be it like women in authoritarian positions, be it Shefali Shah in Delhi Crime, be it Vidya Balan in Sherni, be it Tisca Chopra in Dahan. So you as an actress who's been in the industry with so many years of experience, what do you attribute this change to? Or do you think this is here to stay? Like, how does it feel for you when you see this as an actress?
I attribute the change to the fact that ये तो होना ही चाहिए था. आप एक ही तरह की, see, it's a very simple thing. You go to see a magic act. Movies are magic. There's nothing else. It's movie magic. It's like, अगर ऐसा होता तो क्या होता? आपको नहीं पता, आप अंधेरे हॉल में बैठ के कुछ देख रहे हैं स्क्रीन पे जिसकी टिकट आपने खरीदी, आपको पता है. But you want to believe that story. You want to buy that story. And it's our job as creators and performers to make you believe that story. And to create that world so authentically well that आपको लगे ही ना कि हमने कुछ देखा, आपको लगे कि ये है, ऐसा ही है. Right? So, I don't think the audience has ever said कि हमें हीरो की कहानी देखनी. ऑडियंस को कहानी देखनी है, फिर उसका कोई भी हीरो, चाहे वो हाथी हो या एक ईटी हो या जो भी हो, it doesn't matter. They want to see a story and they want to be entertained. That's their only ask. It's just that the system was in such a way that ये hero or वो hero or ये, that became a kind of a simple formula. You put a guy in the center, लड़कियों की कहानियां पता नहीं चलेंगी, अब अच्छी कहानी बनाओगे सब चलेंगी ना.
Yes.
So I think the story needs to be sorted. So my take on that is about time.
About time, indeed. Very rightly said. And very rightly said that movies bring a lot of magic. They create magic. We can't wait to watch what magic your entire team unfolds on the screen. So thank you so much, Tisca, and all the best to you with it.